So this video is going to show you how to select pixels in the raster by a threshold value. And so here's the idea is that you have this raster of continuous values that represent the distance away from the edge. And what we want to do is simplify this and just say true or false is a pixel more than 50 meters from the grassland edge. If it's more than 50 meters from the grassland edge, give it a 1. If it's not, give it a 0. And that's what we need to be able to identify these core habitats. So to threshold, often that's called thresholding, like defining a value that kind of is the threshold or tips something from one state to another. And so we're going to grab select by threshold and then paste it in there. And I've created this container called Grassland Cores that's going to kind of store the data, store the output, and our input. I'm tired, so I'm just going to double click to copy. We're going to use the grassland distance. And then in the image tray of all of the methods that are available for images, we're going to use the GT, which is greater than, returns 1 if the first value is greater than the second. And rather than, this is set up so that we can compare two images, but we're going to just put a constant in here rather than an image. And so if we say, I'm going to go to the next line, hit tab, .gt, and then put 50, you'll notice that there's a GTE if you want to say greater than or equal to, but I'm just going to say it's got to be more than 50. And then let's go look at the data. So I'm going to say grassland cores and min 0, max is 1 in my curly brackets, and then this thing is going to be what should I call this? The grassland cores, I think, right? So grassland cores, and then please don't show it. And if I hit run, you should get grassland distance. It's going to think about it, but it should come into play here, and then your grassland cores. And you'll see the wonkiness as you zoom in. It's going to be a slightly, the South Street extension as we zoom in is going to get better defined. But again, by the end of this, we will look at a strategy for avoiding this kind of scale effect of the distance operation. But for right now, what you can hopefully see is that we've kind of simplified it and gone from this raster of continuous values to something that's a binary or a Boolean, true or false. Did a pixel meet our some kind of a criterion or not? So is it greater than 50 or not? And that's all we've got here. So I'm going to say save and go to the next video.